Hello everyone, and welcome to what I believe is the first Arcmage Let's Play in history. If you don't know what Arcmage is, or what's this magic that lets me play it single player against AI, check out the links in the description of this video. We'll be playing Gaian vs Gaian, since Gaian is the only deck available in this engine for now, and we'll be playing against AI, which is not too smart, but probably smart enough to look like it's actually playing. Let's go. Let's place our cities. Right now there are only 3 cities in the game, so there is not much of a choice here. Now, generally there is a pretty clear opening move with this deck. As long as you have a creature with cost 2 and loyalty 2, and usually you will, you want to place that immediately in your farmland. This allows you to use the farmland special ability already on turn 2, which can get you some pretty strong possibilities. Even the possibility of putting down a griffin already in turn 2 if you have one. This can be very serious. But we don't have that. We will just settle for putting down a falconer. Yeah, let's start filling our sanctuary. Sanctuary is very important in case the enemy has an elvish ambush. Generally speaking, this deck is kind of an artillery deck from what I've seen until now. It is very heavily based on 2 cards, the Nightingale and the Elvish Ambush, which are really kind of artillery cards in the sense that they can stay in the cities and just hurt the enemy from a distance. And now that I have 5 loyalty to use with my sanctuary, I'm basically safe from the enemy Nightingale. I could now put down a griffin, but then the Nightingale will be able to harass it, so I should probably put down a falconer in the sanctuary and get the full sanctuary ability. And after I do that, I will basically be protected from any artillery, which will put me in a very strong situation, especially if I have a griffin. Okay, so let's draw some more cards, and now I am 100% protected. He has an Elvish Ambush and he has nothing to do with it. And since I have falconers down, I can use my griffin right now. And griffin, as you can see, is a very, very strong card. The falconer has an ability that makes the griffin, or makes any birds have the ability sudden, which means I can put them directly in the army and attack immediately. Now, normally I attack the cities, but in this case he has a lot of units in the cities and 0 in the army, so I will go with just attacking him directly and hoping to get him to 0 victory points. And yeah, the AI is probably not really well prepared for an enemy that uses Sanctuary. He's still putting down artillery units in his cities, and it's kind of pointless. He really needs to put some creatures in the army now. So when I develop the AI further in the future, I will need to keep in mind this point. If the enemy has his sanctuary full, then there is no point in planning on artillery. And I'm now, with my second Griffin, I'm now very, very close to victory. Next turn I should probably win. Yeah, and he's still filling his cities with more and more creatures that don't really help him at this point. And I actually haven't had any artillery until this point. Now I finally draw an Elvish Ambush. Yeah, Elvish Ambush is a very, very strong card in this deck, but in this game he hasn't really been able to do much. Okay, and now time to win the game. He still has one more turn. Oh, actually, yeah, actually I'm not winning the game yet because his cities are full, so he is recovering 3 victory points per turn. But that can keep him alive for just one more turn. This turn, I'm going to finish it, and just for fun, I can also use my Elvish Ambush to eliminate one of his creatures. Let's take out this Nightingale. And now I should probably end this. Well, let's put down a couple of creatures just to make it especially certain. It's here, and there you go. Let's do the final attack. And at the end of this turn, it should be game over. And there you go. Okay. So, let's put on a little AI game and say some final words. The game is basically working quite well. The engine is fully functional. There are still many things to improve in the user interface, some bugs to fix, and definitely cards to add. Hopefully at some point we will have more than one deck implemented. Also, the AI can definitely use some work, and performance. The game is not running nearly as fast as a simple 2D game has any right to. But anyway, if you like what you've seen, if you like the idea of free open source card games, then keep following this channel. Hopefully we will have more Arcmage and possibly some new card games in the future. Also consider liking, subscribing, and maybe even supporting me on Patreon. There's a link in the description of this video. Also a link to the Arcmage project. You can consider supporting them, and hopefully they will start adding more cards, which is something Arcmage desperately needs. See you next time.